What we ought to do with his word. What he said in Matthew chapter 28 and the last verse. Go ye into and what? Make disciple. Teach and preach my Torah, my Tanakh. Teach my mitzvot. Now you found it?
Yeah.
Can you read Isaiah 7:15 for me?
Butter and honey shall he eat, that he may know to refuse the evil and choose the good.
What is he saying there? Butter and honey he may eat to know to refuse the bad and or evil and
choose the good.
Choose the good. Honey. All through scriptures, what does honey have to do with anything? Why does scripture always keep mentioning honey?
It's sweet.
Huh?
It's sweet.
It's what?
Sweet.
It's sweet. Oh, yes, you know it's sweet. It's sweet. But he's thinking like a what?
A Westerner.
A Westerner. It's sweet. Because, but you have a little break therein because it goes to his taste. It's very pragmatic. It's sweet. But when we hear honey, what are we thinking about? We think about something brown in a bottle that bees make. And that's it. What else does honey mean? What does that mean?
Your love.
He said love, your love, your love. But then he going into another pit there. He used the word love. Two pit he's in right now that he had to dig himself out of. Now look at something. Somebody found Psalms 19.
Is it 19 or
119. 119.
How sweet are thy words unto my taste, yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth.
How sweet are thy my words to my taste. Sweeter than honey. But now we've seen word, we've seen honey, we've seen taste. What does word have anything to do with honey? That to me, I get intellectual constipation. Who has ever constipated here? When you're constipated, what has happened?
Nothing moves.
What does be your action?
Strenuous. Oh. Right? When you're constipated, you're disquieted. You want to what? You want to get this thing out. Yes, you know, that's a similarity to Yahweh's word. We ought to be constipated with Yahweh's word to the point where we are always what? Discomforted. Now look at something. Honey in the Near Eastern country, the early time, very, very, very what? Precious to them. Very precious. So what they did with honey, what they did with it is that, remember that they were what? Wilderness people. And what you have in the wilderness, you have bears, lions, fox, and all these things. Who like honey more than human beings? Bears.
Bears. So when you have honey, who coming to eat it? Bears. So you know what they did? They take the honey and they put it in acacia trees. When you go make a look up acacia trees are trees with some 2 to 3 inches thorns setting out. So what they did, they take the honey, the whole hive, and they put it in the acacia tree. Why did they do that? Because they want to protect the honey from the bears. Because the honey is what? It's precious to them. They did everything with honey. Honey is something that they had to keep safe. For themselves? Was it for themselves? No, wasn't for themselves. Maybe for commerce, maybe for barter, maybe to feed their children, maybe to take care of their animal, maybe to feed their flocks.
Now, what went on with the honey? Why is the word always equivalated, or you have its equivity with honey? Why is that? This is what we need to ask. The word for honey is debash. Debash. Debash